How to create a risk register. Let's go through the steps to create a risk register so we can get the most out of this risk management tool. 1. Risk identification. Get the project team together to brainstorm potential risks. Every team member is responsible for different areas of the project, so use their expertise to identify potential project derailing risks. You'll also want to speak with stakeholders to ensure you've brought their concerns to mind and are tracking their risks too. Be sure to exhaust all risk categories of potential impact, from market forces to resources to the weather. 2. Describe project risks. The next thing you want to do is describe the project risk. Try to be as thorough as you can while keeping the description to the essentials. Having too vague a risk makes it a challenge to truly understand whether a risk has become a real issue. For example, don't write "the weather" for a risk contingent on the weather. Rather, go for something specifically related to your project, such as, monsoon season in India could cause shipping delays for copper which will impact the project schedule. As you identify and describe risk, Project Manager will help you assign ownership to a team member, set the priority and attach any relevant files. Teams can collaborate, share the risk, add comments and tag people. Managers get visibility into the work and everyone is working on the same updated and live data. 3. Estimate risk impact. Include everything that the risk can influence, so you can develop a strong strategy to deal with it. For example, if layoffs have been rumored in your business sector regionally, identify the actual impact that might have on your project schedule if it came to pass. For example, projected layoffs in Southeast manufacturing could risk production schedules in June. This could delay the entire project execution by 3 months unless alternative production options are considered. This tells the risk owner to investigate potential options for manufacturing facilities outside of that region, so a real risk management plan is in place. 4. Create a risk response plan. This is the heavy lifting in the project risk register, so give it the time and effort necessary to complete it properly. You want to be thorough, but not excessive. Keep the risk response plan short and to the point. Do your research, so if the risk shows up in the project you can go right into action. Document all response plans and implementation strategies. If this requires a long document, add a link or add an attachment to the risk response plan document to point directly toward the planned response. 5. Prioritize project risks. Not all project risks are created equally. Some of them have a greater impact than others, so you have to decide which are going to move to the front of the line and which are okay to ignore if you don't have the time and resources. Here you'll determine the level of risk: high, medium or low. This way you can filter your register and prioritize accordingly. 6. Define risk owners. Finally, assign an owner to each risk. If you don't have a risk owner for each and every potential risk, then you might not know about it until the impact of that risk is irreversible. 7. Notes. There's one last column in your risk register, and that's a place to collect any notes that don't fit under the categories already discussed. It's important to have a place to put these ideas so they don't get lost in the endless churn of a project. Using Project Manager's risk log features to track risks. Project Manager is an award-winning project management software with integrated risk tracking features that allow you to list, manage and collaborate with ease. Once you've selected a certain risk, there's a simple and fast way to edit every aspect of the risk, including its name, description, owner and its level of priority. Even better, you have the ability to add notes, files, images and other attachments to that specific project risk.